All right, I'd like to welcome everybody to the Nimishillen Township Trustees meeting. It is January the 14th, 2020. And if you guys want, we're going to stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. We haven't done it for a while. To the flag of the United States of America, to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, liberty and justice for all. Happy 2021. I'm glad 2020 is over with. It's been a rough year and looking better with the wave of COVID vaccinations going on. There's a lot of good things happening. I think with Stark County, the vaccinations are starting with the 80-year-olds and 70-year-olds and so on. So that should be in the next month or so. Everybody, hopefully from 65 and up, should be vaccinated. But I'm going to get right into it. If you have an agenda in front of you, I had one here. I have an agenda. Oh, there we go. Thank you. We are on Zoom, and of course we are live here as well. We do have a guest speaker here today, Brock Hutchinson, the director of the Louisville Library. Do you want to speak now? You want to speak now, or do you want to speak? Might as well go now. That way you don't have to stick around through the whole meeting, Brock.
Whatever you like me to do.
Sure.
Okay. So thanks for having me. We've been working on a project, and I'm happy to kind of bring it to fruition here. We're in possession of, like, they're called 24-hour hold pickup lockers. So the Stark County Library actually had them, and they were outside of their old Jackson building, and they called me and said, do you want these for switching vendors? They gave them to us for free. I've spent no money on these lockers, and so I reached out to Jen and said, hey, does it make sense maybe to do a partnership? We want to do more out in the township, and then you guys have, an airlock that's open 24 hours a day. So when I say locker, it's not like your high school locker. It's kind of like a kiosk. There's a screen, it's interactive, scan your library card, and then the locker will actually pop open, and then whatever you placed on hold at the library, you can take out of that locker, and it's checked out to you, just like as if you visited the library. So you can come in, you can do it at midnight, whatever, so you're not really limited to the library's hours of operation, and it's a location. I think we've talked about the Broadway, I don't remember what number that is, fire station, Station 1, to have them inside the airlock there. So that way folks can come in and get their holds, and that also gives us kind of an outreach into the township and a partnership with you guys. So that's what the MOU has outlined. We have a shared legal counsel in the county's prosecutor's office, so we had them review it. That's kind of what we came up with. So that's what you have in front of you. If we do want to go forward with the partnership, we'll sign off on the MOU, and then we'll get the lockers out. They are ready to go. My one request is maybe if Jamie can help me move them. They are a little heavy, but they're also not permanent. So like if you decide that year end's like just not taking off the way we hope, then we can move them. It's not permanent by any means. So
okay.
We did do a couple of designs, and the library would pay for this. It's very inexpensive to do like a window overlay. If you've seen what the Chamber of Commerce did to the old post office where they covered the window, and we did a couple of designs just to kind of show people like what's inside so they can find them. If you're standing inside the fire station and looking out, you can't tell that there's anything on the windows. So it's like an overlay kind of thing. So if you're interested, if we want to go forward with the partnership, there are a couple of ideas for you to consider for promotion. We figured this would be easier and less maintenance than like a sign, and less permanent.
Sure. Like that one on the right.
Then like this one.
Sure.
I don't know if the folks on Zoom can see it. I don't know how you want to do that.
Yeah, I mean, it's like the schools. The schools have those on their doors.
Yeah.
Exactly. Are we
Okay.
good, Rich? We're not
Yeah,
violating
they can
any.
see in, they
Yep.
can see the lights. So you guys like this one?
Yeah, I
Okay,
do.
cool.
The other one's a little too much.
No problem. That's why we did a couple.
Okay.
Perfect. Awesome. Thanks for everything, Brock.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
Have him sign that before he goes.
Yep.
And then once we sign it, we'll send you.
Yeah, we have it on for a resolution.
Yeah, we'll send you a copy.
You guys want me to sit down then? You have me later.
Whatever you want. Yeah. Hang out. You got nothing better to do? Or you do?
If you can toddler at home.
Oh, they
Yeah,
can
you go.
off.
You go ahead. We'll email you.
So,
Once we vote, we'll email you a copy. We'll have Jeff's on your copy. Right, Jeff?
Hey, thanks, guys.
Hey,
Thank you.
appreciate it
Have a
very
great day. All right, first up, we have fire. Go ahead, Rich.
First item is a resolution to appoint Alexandria Brown, firefighter EMT candidate, to allow for scheduling for firefighter physical. She's met all the requirements, including physical agility, background checks.
Okay.
Second?
Did I have a motion? Oh, you made a motion?
Oh, no, I'm sorry.
Yeah,
Okay, I'm sorry.
just, you can say so moved and
Second.
have a motion and a second. Voting?
Jennifer?
Yes.
George?
Yes.
Don?
Yes.
Thank you, Don.
Second item is a resolution to approve the annual contract with Haynes Company of Sandy, Utah for online crisscross street information subscription in the amount of $995 per year. We used to do this through CDs, and they use it at the dispatch center to be able to locate intersections and do crisscross. Now they went on all online, which is a good thing is the price is much cheaper for us and we have to wait on CDs back. So, but it's an annual subscription.
Okay.
Motion to approve?
Second.
I have a motion and a second. Voting?
Jennifer?
Yes.
George?
Yes.
Don?
Yes.
So I briefed you guys on the power surge at the fire station on Saturday, and so met with the insurance company and the adjusters assigned now to come in. So it's just now, having them come in and look at everything and start, So looks like the deductible is going to be. They're not sure if it's going to be two claims, one for the vehicles and one for the building. It's two separate companies, so
Right.
they're working out. But the damages will be more than the deductible, so we'll see when it's all done.
What happened to the vehicles?
So we have the trucks are all plugged in for shorelines to keep everything charged.
Right.
So that back feed through the system went in, and we're hoping that it just was the battery chargers. They went on board inverter
Oh.
chargers. Because as soon as we plugged them back in, it was just blowing the circuit breaker downstairs. So we had our guys disable that, take it out of the circuit, and that seems to be working. My concern, I told the insurance adjuster and the agent, not our local one, but the ones assigned through the company, trying to think of the name, Boilermaker or whatever it is. But I said, listen, those are all sensitive sensitive vehicles. They got circuit boards in them. They're just like your cars. And, the trucks are brand new. Those
Right.
ambulance have everything on there. So I said, we're going to have to keep this open, keep the claim open, because I said, something surfaces, a couple of weeks from now,
Right.
months from now, it won't be under warranty because they're going to obviously see that something's burned. So we try to check as best we can. Same thing with the wiring within the station. I said, you had smoke rolling out those outlets. That wasn't dust. There was insulation on those wires that obviously had to be compromised. So it's all in steel conduit, but they're going to have somebody come in and pull all that wiring out, inspect it, put it back in. I don't know how I should check it. It may be fine now. You put a load on it, it starts to generate some heat and starts to break down the
Right.
insulation. So they're going to look at that as well. The adjuster got it signed today, so we're scheduled to have them come in and look at it.
Will the insurance company for the building, or I know AEP came out and said everything was fine. It was nothing that they were aware of. So, we've never had this happen before.
No, so we talked about that, and I said, I held off until I talked to them. I said, are you guys going to subrogate? Because I said, I don't think the township should pay. We may have to pay it first.
Right.
But I said, we should get our money back for the deductible. This isn't anything that was created within that station.
Right.
And I get the line guys are going to come out and put his job on the line and say, oh, yeah, this was our fault. But somebody within AEP, there's a subrogation center that does that. So they submitted to them and said, look, we have this claim, and you're going to have to look at this and justify that there's no way that it's yours, which clearly you can't generate that from within. We
Right.
had Abbott come out and look at everything. Our stuff's all good.
Okay.
What kind of power do we have there? Like do we have like a 3-phase or our own little transformer?
Well, it has its own transformer out there. So I think it backfed a neutral and came back to the system and caused everything to start to smoke, because all the sensitive electronics were gone, and you had smoke rolling out of the outlets. So, and no breakers blew because it was going through the neutral on that. So it is detecting a short. So it's just going to feed that until it goes to the ground. So, but it took like the cabling systems, all the cable for the internet and all that. It smoked it, and it's just there's going to be a lot of time.
This was a station on Broadway.
Station on, So I think one of those lugs probably, you know, lost connection or whatever. They'll have to do their own investigation, but for $3,500, I think they will
Right.
sneeze, but I don't think we should have to pay that. So we've already started that
Okay.
portion of it.
Okay. We'll keep us up to date on that, whatever we need to do.
And then the last item is a resolution to approve purchase of one Motorola ATX radio console from Nimishillen Township Board of Trustees in the amount of $3,500 for use at CENTCOM. This is it's a little radio device. We remember a couple of years ago when we migrated some of the agencies to the 800 system for the county. It allows us to integrate into our console. They call it a consolette, but really it looks like a radio, like a VCR type size. So when Canton Township was with us, you know, they had to buy one. So they left it in there because they have no use for it right now. And so rather than us going out and buying a new one at $4,700, you know, probably that one that's already there. It's the same thing we would buy. They got the estimate. I told their assistant chief, you know, they were asking about how much. I said, listen, the fair thing to do, contact the radio vendor, ask them what it's worth. That way it's an impartial. And that's where we come back with the $3,500. So, and that allows, what we're using that for is they've changed technology to give the ability to use the existing radio tones that they used to have, these departments, and now they use this beep, 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 beep thing. It's very confusing for everybody, and it allows us to go back to what they were used to before. So that's what it's for.
Okay.
Did that letter make it to the commissioner?
Yeah, yes, they got it. And so they're meeting on, they met today to
Okay.
talk about it. The SCOG meeting group did. So they're moving ahead on it. They're starting to move working with the internet providers for cabling to bring us into the system, because it's a separate loop. It's not, you know, what we have a Spectrum. This is a separate loop that they contract with to get it out to us. Is that what you're talking about?
Ish. Like I wasn't sure what our status was of that
This
whole
is
thing.
all in their hands, and Brent Luther is supposed to be drafting an agreement for the board. So.
Okay.
But I read in their minutes to their meeting.
The 911 governance. Is that what you're talking
Yeah,
about?
so
Okay,
they-
yeah, because
supposed to
I'm on
talk about
SCOG
it
and we had a meeting. We have them every quarter, so we don't have another one until March.
Yeah, this was
We had
the
one in
911
December.
governance.
Yeah, I did
Yeah.
see the agenda or something.
Yeah. So they were supposed to. I'm going to call them tomorrow and see what
Okay.
they're moving ahead with it. So.
Okay. Motion to approve?
Second.
Have a motion, a second. Voting?
Jennifer,
Yes.
George,
Yes.
Don,
Yes.
Okay, on to the road. Jamie?
First, the resolution to approve the January 14th, 2021 road report.
So moved?
Second.
Have a motion, a second. Voting?
Jennifer,
Yes.
George,
Yes.
Don,
Yes.
Second, a resolution to approve the liquidation sale of road equipment for the year 2021. First, the 1999 International Dump Truck 4900 PT 446E. And then the second piece of equipment is another dump truck, a 2003 Ford dump truck F550. And then we have a stainless steel V box, 3 cubic feet. That might be yards, I'm not.
It'd be yard.
Yeah. And discard of the 2004 steam jetty that we replaced. I feel that's unsafe to sell or get anything out of it.
Okay.
So.
You can scrap it or whatever.
And then last is the 1995 Chevy Lumina van, book value $400.
Okay, so the process, I don't know that we've sold anything since we've been trustees, have we?
No.
I mean, other than the fire equipment on gov
the
deals.
van, but we didn't follow through with it. It was suggested,
Yeah,
but
I was trying to find the percentage that they charge on it. I know that I have like one truck they sold at $3,100. They say on your buyer's premium 10%, $310. But they add that into the total price that the person
right,
pays.
over and above.
So I don't know if they pay the extra. That's into the bid.
Yeah, so what did you receive then? Just, you received the 3,100? Yeah, so they're just charging a buyer's premium and keeping it.
The buyer's paying it.
buyer's paying it, right? Buyer's paying the fee.
I know we used to do, Jamie, remember, we used to do some of the sales, but they just got so, and then they had that, incident where we had a dump truck that got sold. You guys heard that story years ago where it was, there was funny money with the envelopes and stuff, and so we just.
Yeah.
What do you mean funny money?
I don't,
The bidder, there was 2 envelopes, one was marked, one wasn't, the guy bid twice.
Oh,
They were gonna try to take the one with the higher bid out. And it just
That's when Russ Goffin spots the dump truck.
yeah, I don't think you want to be any.
So I know
part of
that
it.
out of that, we went to this, and because it's clean, there's nothing that we do, it's contracted, it's.
like auto trader for government, perfect.
Yeah.
And it gets, nationwide coverage.
Yeah.
That, people that, our 2 trucks here, one was from down below Millersburg, and the other one was.
And John Q public bid on Gov Deals.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Big buy.
Okay.
This guy has a winery down there. They bought
Yeah.
the one, and the one was a salvage yard.
Okay.
But that's why we ended up going to the Gov Deals.
Yeah, we don't want people coming really, most of the time, they won't even really come to inspect stuff. On the bigger stuff, they will typically, but if they buy that van or if they buy some of this, the V-Box spreader, they're gonna buy it from a picture. They're gonna call you, ask you about it. You're gonna tell them what you know, and then they're gonna bid on it and what have you. And then I think you can set up, you can see how far it goes and then just accept it or
Yeah,
reject
you
the bid.
determine how long you want it to go, then opening date, we always do 30 days or
Yeah.
31 days.
What we did was we went ahead and I searched this thing out, and the state actually says you might want to run this through yourself first because you're allowed to do it. And so I contacted Plain Township, and I got their paperwork on how they get rid of this stuff. And I have that in with that there.
Mhm.
So I'm actually following Plain Township. We're doing everything we're doing. We're following code. There's like 4 different ways you can sell this stuff. Get rid of it fast, or you're gonna sit on it.
Can
know,
you like
it's-
call a scrapper like Slesniks or somebody for the steam jetty? Are you allowed to do that?
Yeah, you could do that, or you could just run it down there and scrap the thing out.
Yeah,
The trucks, it depends, like, we were talking about the values of the equipment. It's under 2,500, you can have a personal sale.
Yeah.
Have somebody come in and say, well, we'll give you this for it. It's gone. We don't have to get in there and wait for somebody to do some bidding. You can have bidding like you do on the streets.
Yeah,
You can do that.
I don't want to get into it. I mean,
But
there's,
it depends on how long.
can we
you want
just stick it on the
stuff to
Gov
sit.
Deals?
yeah,
I think that's the cleanest way. We
yeah.
can scrap the steamer or the pressure, it does pressure washer, right?
I put them all on Gov Deals, and if nobody bids on the steam jenny, then we can determine it. Somebody might give you 100. You just never know.
Yeah,
So,
true.
I make a motion that we put them on Gov Deals for 30 days, and you typically put a phone number on there for them to call for questions.
Yeah, I can help. We have an account. You just log in.
Yeah. Have Jeff get with you and post some pictures of each one, and do Gov Deals. That's what do you
I
think,
agree.
Don?
Oh, yeah, that's the best way to go. We're clean, we're doing it the right way. We don't have to worry about anything.
And
I
we,
agree with those 100%. Then
Yeah.
if you get to that van, nobody wants it, pull apart. I had an old van sitting here. They give me $240 for it and they come and got it. So
Yeah, right.
if the
Then
book
you,
value is
then you did-
400,
then you determine it no value or whatever, and then we scrap it by
Yeah.
then. So,
crap value.
who Todd, would your office have the titles for those trucks?
Yes.
Okay, I would probably gather those up sooner rather than later. That way we have them. So if we need to get
Yeah, we have all the titles right there in one folder, so it's ready to go.
Todd will work on the titles, and Jeff will work on getting the pictures. More pictures, the better on Gov Deals typically, right? You can get inside shots and the seat, that kind of thing. But I make a motion, we use Gov Deals and put them on for 30 days and get them sold.
Second,
I have a motion, a second. Voting?
Jennifer,
Yes,
George,
Yes.
Tom.
yes,
right.
All right, on to zoning. Jeff?
Resolution 1, approve the January 14th, 2021 zoning report.
Second.
I'll make the, you have to say just,
Oh, move to approve, sorry.
second,
I have a motion, a second. Voting?
Jennifer,
Yes,
George.
Yes.
Tom.
yes,
2, approve the December 2020 auditor monthly zoning report.
motion to approve?
second,
I have a motion, a second. Voting?
Jennifer,
Yes,
George,
Yes.
Don,
yes,
Resolution 3, approve the 2021 conditional use permit fee for home occupation. Last year it was $50.
Yeah.
It depends on what you want to.
So these are all just renewals, right?
Yes, I have to have them out by January 31st.
Yeah, Jeff and I talked a little bit. He brought up a suggestion of maybe we don't want to charge the home businesses this year because it was a COVID year.
Oh,
And
that's a great idea.
I don't know what your thoughts are, Don. That was a kind of a good point, I thought,
Yeah, it's a great point. That probably is a good idea. Give them a break this year because they definitely probably didn't do the business they should have this year, past
Yeah.
year. So
Yeah.
yeah,
I
I
think we
think
should, if you get a chance on a slow day, I'd still reach out to them via phone call and say, hey, you don't have to pay this year. The trustees and the group came up with an idea and we're not going to charge this year but let them know that, we still want them to, if they can lean on us for anything that they need, let us know. But you have anything to add on that, Jeff?
Well, I already got it. I have to send out a permit anyway.
Okay.
So I'll put a note on.
Put a little note in there. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Great, motion to approve?
second,
I have a motion and a second to have no fee, waive the fee this year for the home occupation permit, the conditional use permit for 2021. Motion and second voting.
Jennifer,
Yes.
George,
Yes.
Don.
yes,
And then 4, we got a discussion, the office upgrade for 4915 net plate for compost and area security weather reports. We're talking to Alarm One company, Russ, North Canton. He is our office security contact. I did send you 2 invoices. I didn't hear anything back, so I didn't put any resolution on
Yeah,
it.
I'm sorry. What I wanted to do is, we're looking at some other options for compost. So I wanted to go to Plain and see what they have set up wise for the residents again before we even think about spending any money. Because I don't want to do something and then have to redo it. Because we should get the $2,500 startup grant from solid waste that we could use to do this. But I just wanted to make sure we were evolving it forward.
Right. Then we get what we want.
Yeah. So,
Yeah, I
so
agree.
I
I think it's
want
great.
it. If we could just table it,
Yep.
I'll come back to it.
Sure.
Great.
And then we have number 5, the update 2020. I thought this was last year. Our overall township value went up $5,544,335, and our permitting, we took in fees of $11,425.
Okay.
Good job.
So our value increased by $5 million this year.
Yeah, and that's pretty good. Last year we were a little bit over 6.
Yeah.
Compared, but we have a lot of lots that have been reworked, and I see stakes everywhere on
Yeah.
the lots. It's coming. We're gonna have some more buildings.
Yeah, we had nine new houses this year. I looked at that report. That's pretty good. 9 new constructions this year, that not even counting additions and things like that.
Yeah, we had about 5 lot joints and some splits.
Mhm.
So we took care of Francesca. I thought we were gonna get more houses down there, but the one guy came up there and he bought all that land down in there. So I thought it was a good idea.
Mhm.
So we don't have to hear anything from the
Right.
flooding house.
So, yeah, right. That was smart.
Now, hey Todd, does that 11,425 go back into the zoning that we can use for like demo and so forth, or
Yeah,
mow, whatever?
yeah, when we get to the permanent budget, which I'm already started on, but I'll have it ready to go in probably a couple weeks.
Okay,
Then
perfect.
that's when I'll send that over to you, and then you guys can decide exactly where you want all the money put this year.
Okay, thank you.
We didn't get
You're welcome.
money back from
Yes.
land.
Yeah, and we
Yeah.
received the check from the land bank, right?
Yeah.
Right,
We
Todd?
did, yes.
Yeah, great.
For half of the money, but half
Right.
of it we did not get.
Half of it's assessed to,
So half of it, we essentially improved their property until we collect it. So that's,
Now,
Yeah.
you did
at
the
this
paper-
point, that's where we're
$1,000
at.
out of that, Todd, and some change. What it
It
should
was
have been.
13. I don't have the check in front of me. It was 13,000 something. It was half of the 26.
13,325.
Some change,
Yeah.
which is better
Yeah.
than nothing, and we'll get the rest when she gets assessed with her taxes. So cleaned up the neighborhood, and we're gonna work out okay with that.
yeah, thanks, Don, for that work.
What about the balance she owes? Did we send the paperwork to the auditor yet? Todd,
Send it for what?
what she owes for the remainder?
Yes, we sent that like 2 months ago or
Awesome.
3 months ago. Right after it happened, we sent it down to them.
Perfect. Thank you.
All right, anything else, Jeff?
That's it.
All right, fiscal, Todd, you're up.
Okay, I need a motion to rescind resolution number 20-359, payment to Bureau Workers' Compensation in the amount of $18,803.50 between the transition of paychecks and what we were paying. Kelly believed that we owed this. We did not, so we do not owe that, so that money will be put back in.
Motion to approve?
Second,
Motion is second voting?
Jennifer,
Yes.
George,
Yes.
Don,
yes.
Okay, number 2, approve payment to Kelly Sailing, who is our fiscal assistant, in the amount of $1,069.92 for overpayment on health insurance, dental vision insurance from April 1st, 2020 through December 31st, 2020. We discovered that she initially signed up as a family, but her husband has insurance, so she was only able to take a single. However, we were only being charged for a single. She notified the insurance company right away. However, they didn't get changed in her payroll, so we discovered that. So we owe her that $1,069.92.
Okay.
Okay, motion to approve?
Second,
Motion is second voting?
Jennifer,
Yes.
George,
Yes.
Don,
yes.
Number 3, resolution approved to amend appropriations from one account to another within the fund of 2281 Fire and Rescue to 2281-220-599 in the amount of $212.60 for a refund to Amy Thomas for an Anthem overpayment.
Motion to approve?
Second,
Have a motion and a second voting?
Jennifer,
Yes.
Yes.
Don,
yes.
Okay, number 4, approved to amend temporary appropriations within the fund from 3101-810-810 in the amount of $103,896 and from 3101-830-830 in the amount of $7,439.22. This is all temporary appropriation movements.
Motion to approve?
Second,
Have a motion and a second voting?
Jennifer,
Yes.
George,
Yes.
Don,
yes.
Okay, I'm not sure about the agenda here. Number 5 is blank. Was there something that was meant to be there or not?
On that number
Oh,
5.
we had to delete Mary Ellen from the.
Okay, gotcha. Okay. All
Okay.
right, so we'll skip number 5. I'll just write no action. And then number 6 will be approved 2 additional meetings for Zoning Board of Commission for Reagan Starkey, Brent Hunter, Rich Linder, and Herbert Klebaum. 1 meeting in the amount of $30 per meeting.
So it's Reagan Stark.
$60. It's $60 per member.
Yep. And then one for Herb, it looks like, right? Is that what the way you're trying to tell us there? Okay, 1 for Herb Klebaum and then 2 meetings for each of the first 3.
Move to approve?
Yeah, that was confusing.
Yeah.
Yep.
I need a second.
Second,
Have a motion and a second voting?
Jennifer,
Yes.
George,
Yes.
Don,
yes.
Okay, number 7, approve payment to WageWorks Incorporated for the months of January, February, and March 2020 in the amount of $74.91 each. This is just some old business from when Brian was there. This is a bill that didn't get paid. I was not able to get an explanation on it until now. That's why it hasn't been paid. Now that I have the explanation, it is a valid bill and we will pay it.
Motion to approve?
Second,
Have a motion and a second voting?
Jennifer,
Yes.
George,
Yes.
Don,
yes.
Okay, number 8, this was sent over. I think I sent this. I believe this has to do with the road garage. It's already been sent. I just don't have it in front of me. But this is a annual maintenance that goes on. If anybody disagrees with it, I'm not real familiar with it. But if that needs to happen at the road garage, we need to approve payment to Arctic Air Conditioning and Heating in the amount of $370 for maintenance agreement period contract from 3/01/2021 through 3/01/2022.
Is that what that is, Jamie? Is that for the garage?
well, I looked up at they have a little thing where they got to sign off. And they hadn't been there in a while, so I called them up, and told them to get out there and check that thing out. But you get these things in where it looks like you've got an agreement with them, you have to renew.
Yeah.
So I said, be careful with that. Maybe check, see when the last time you paid them something.
Yeah.
If we had a contract with them last year, I don't know.
Well, we've been using RT Hampton.
Yes.
That's why I was like, I'd prefer to use.
Yeah, if you don't want to renew this, it's okay, but just wasn't familiar with it, and it was something that came in like it was a
I
bill.
haven't heard of them or seen any bill, but I know RT does your work, and they did all our work, and they added on the.
Have they been out?
ionizers.
Or is this a bill? Because they've already been out.
When I called them up, they did come out.
They did come out
Yeah.
and they checked it and everything.
Yes.
Okay.
We got a bill health out there.
Okay.
So
I mean,
is the 370 for the service contract or for the service call? Do you know what I'm saying? I'd rather just pay for the one-time call and not engage in a service contract, if that makes sense.
We can table it and get more information. Don't feel like you have to act on this right
Okay,
now.
let's
we'll figure it out. I
we'll
I'm
table.
being
Let's.
picky about it.
Yeah, we'll
but I
just
don't
table
wanna-
it just to make sure it's just not.
Okay,
Look for last year's check.
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay. Concerns of the citizens. Anybody online? Anybody online that has anything to say? I'm not sure who's out there.
Somebody-
I'm gonna try to unmute you if you need to unmute.
Everybody's unmuted.
Okay.
Yeah, they can talk if they want to.
Okay.
So I don't know who's there.
Okay. All right. If not, we'll go down to the trustees. You want to go through these, Jen? Number one?
Sure. I make a motion to approve a resolution for the payment of the Louisville Area Chamber of Commerce invoice 0000057 in the amount of $165 for membership renewal.
Second,
I have a motion and a second. Voting?
Jennifer,
Yes.
George,
Yes.
Don,
yes.
All right. Number two, make a motion to approve a resolution to execute the memorandum of understanding with Brock Hutchison, Library Director, for a 24-hour drop-off locker located at Broadway Fire Station 1 on Broadway Road, Louisville, Ohio. And
Second.
alter this. 2020.
Yeah, they have it. We just alter it.
We'll just-
I get
yeah.
initial. I have a motion and a second. Voting?
Jennifer.
Yes.
George,
Yes.
Don,
Yes.
Okay.
That gets plugged in over there.
That's what I told him. I said he was lucky he didn't have it plugged
Gets
in.
plugged into, yeah.
I know.
Okay.
All right, the next item is discussion for the Stark County Amendment Extended Sub-Grant Agreement, which we actually have here, Todd. George signed it, but I don't know if you read the email from Alan. He said we're missing our original resolution that was due to him the 18th of December.
Yeah, I saw that. We sent it to him. I will check with Kelly in the morning and we'll get that figured out.
Okay, all right, so I make a motion to approve a resolution extending the deadline for the distribution of the sub-grant agreement with the Stark County Remaining CARES Act Fund. Let's see, I'm just trying to read down here. With the Stark County Commissioners.
Second,
I have a motion and a second. Voting?
Jennifer,
Yes,
George,
Yes.
Don,
yes.
okay, and then I make a motion to amend the resolution number 2354 as enacted, and that is referenced below.
Second,
So give me the lowdown then, Jen.
Okay, what happened was they said we had 26,000 oddly dollars we were going to get. So I thought that was automatically going to be distributed like all the other two disbursements came.
Yeah.
So then when I asked Todd about the money, he said for some reason John Oates wanted a detailed list of it. So we came up with the RT Hampton. We wanted to spend the 26,000. So that's where we came up with the idea to repair the truck. And we thought that was a valid expense. In talking with Alan today, he just wasn't comfortable with it. But he said I could go back to Greg Beck and get a legal opinion if you want, or we could just pay it off the road. I don't know why he wasn't comfortable with it, but I didn't want to, push back.
Yeah.
He said, and then we had Mary Ellen in there for 2,400. Oh,
I need to
What
push a button
happened?
there.
hang on.
Okay.
He wouldn't allow the expense for Mary Ellen for accounting, even though it was related to COVID.
Right.
But he would approve RT Hampton for the remainder of the stuff that was left off the original quote,
Yeah.
and he would do the pressure washer.
Okay.
So, and then the balance is gonna go to the fire station for payroll.
So do we try to ask for it?
The only thing I wondered is, we should go ahead and pay it because I kind of stalled it. The gearhead delay
Right.
was on me because I was supposed to prepare the list to get the money. And I didn't know
Right,
that.
but
till after we did it.
and in fairness too, it only came out to what, 11.3, right?
No, that's what we owe after the.
5, so
500,
16. Okay, so it was less than the 20.
Yeah. So it was, so he just said that, you know, if he says one thing, the auditor comes in and says another thing.
Right.
So he said, but they seem to be following the guides of the attorney. But
Right.
I didn't want to hold up the.
Well, the whole, and to be fair, the whole CARES Act money thing has been last minute everything. I felt like the whole thing for us and every township and every state has been hurry up and do it. And then, oh, guess what? We're gonna give you another year. Well, you know,
I
like
know.
everybody was like, and then they said, oh, you get extended for a whole other year. And it was like, wait a minute, it was just a combobulated mess. So,
Yeah, and we only have 26,000 to extend for a whole
Right.
year, so it's not. I just wanted to check the box and get it over with and be done with it. But so,
so then do we have to make a new?
yeah, that's what I have it here.
Okay.
Wait a second. Where is it?
Well, even if you spend the money as it goes with the thing, you could still go for this money.
No, I
Yeah.
know, because we can put it towards fire, and we can put it towards wages and things. So that's not the issue, and it's
We were gonna do the truck anyhow
Right,
in
right.
2021 because we have to have the backup because our backup is the 99, which is, you know,
Yeah.
that's too old to have as a backup for the plowing and stuff.
So I think we should just take it from the road budget.
budget.
What do you think, Don?
Yeah, that's good. Yeah.
Is that good? Okay, all right. Well, then I
So,
move to approve a
wait.
resolution.
Wait, I think we have
That's
a
number
motion.
5.
We have a motion on the table, though.
Oh,
We do a motion in a second.
Yeah, I got a second, right, Don? You gave me a second.
Yes, I did. Yeah,
Okay.
George.
So regarding to number 4 resolution, I have a motion and a second to amend the resolution 20-354 as enacted. Voting,
Jennifer,
yes.
George,
yes.
Don,
Yes,
All right, sorry about that.
That's okay.
Okay, next one, I make a motion to approve a resolution to amend and strike CARES Act money from resolution 20-354 and replace with fund number 2021-330-360 contracted services. And that's
second,
upping the money.
Yep.
Sorry.
I have a motion and a second. Voting,
Jennifer,
Yes.
George,
yes.
Don,
yes,
Okay, number 6, I make a motion to approve the purchase of additional sensor fixtures from RT Hampton Plumbing and Heating, Massillon, Ohio, for the amount of $5,406.25 using CARES Act money that is approved expenditure. And did you print those? Did you bring me the quote?
Yeah, I got it. I saw it.
Okay.
I read it
Okay.
online.
Just want you guys-
got one.
Are you good with it, Dawn?
yeah, I'm good, yep.
Okay, perfect.
I need a second. We got a second, motion and a second. Voting,
Jennifer,
Yes?
George,
yes.
Don,
Yes,
Can I just add one thing real quick? If you guys ever go to Station 3, go in the bathroom and try to use those sometime. You actually got to touch your hand to the faucet to get it to work. It's awful.
The one,
So I use that bathroom routinely, and whatever new spigot they put in there is pitiful. Yeah, they need to fix
They
it.
need to adjust it, because the one in here that we have in this room here, you go up, it pops right on, and then actually you can wave your hand in front of it and it'll turn right off. You never have to touch it.
Yeah. Well, the one, yeah, Station 3 definitely needs some work because that's not fun to try to wash your hands.
Are you
Yeah.
guys having any trouble?
Oh, the only thing they complain about was shaving.
Why?
Because it turns
Can't
off
get hot water.
Oh,
quicker.
Well, it just comes out because it's a mixture.
Oh,
So they get away. And then I've got to come up with a solution for
sorry.
Dynamark Water Systems owns the water storage tank at the nursing facility, which we tapped into. We agreed to use that. Well, they're under EPA regulations to sample water. So they can't use those mixed fixtures to sample. So we're trying to come up with a solution. He has to have a separate whole fixture.
Don't you have it in your room where the furnace is? What do you call
That's
that?
what I'm
Slop
trying
sink?
to find. Well, he said he went around and looked at everything. He said, I couldn't find one that the EPA approves. I'm like, well, let me.
should be a spigot there somewhere.
But we
I mean, a
didn't
hose
touch
spigot.
any of the laundry.
No, that's what I'm saying. He just must have been taking it from one of the ones.
Just he didn't think outside the box on that. Yeah.
Yeah.
So anyway, but no, that was the only thing. But I'll ask him if there's
I'm sorry.
one is the.
Well, I didn't want any touching, so that was the whole point. was
And if they need
keep it
to,
clean.
let Jen know and she'll reach out to Hampton.
Yeah, we
Come
can,
out.
we
Give
can
you
top
that
a,
solution.
Service.
we can have a shaving station.
Yeah. It's things you don't think about, you know?
I know.
Really.
Well,
No.
it's, because they live there, you know.
Yeah, I know, I
Just
didn't think about
Yeah.
that.
So we'll check into that, Todd. I'll have
Yeah.
Richard check it, and then Jen will reach out if they need to come out and dial that in or dial it up or
Yeah,
whatever.
because we have the money, we can pull out something.
Yeah.
and maybe
Well,
add
it should be
another-
part of there.
Yeah. so-
Okay,
Yeah.
thank
That
you.
should be-
Okay, number 7, make a resolution to approve minutes for the December 10th, 2020 meeting.
Second,
Wait a second. What about the minutes from, is that the right one?
And we met in January.
We met
7th.
last week. So shouldn't that be January 7th meeting minutes or no? Because I thought.
I don't think she has those done yet. She was still getting those approved. This is for December 10th.
Okay,
No, we responded to that, remember? Because she had me as president
yeah,
and then the time wasn't in.
Yeah.
I think this is supposed to be for the organizational minutes.
yeah, I think so too. I think she was done, Todd. I'm pretty
Yeah,
sure we
we
read it.
signed-
Let's just table it. Let's table it for right now, and
Okay.
we'll make sure we have it
Yep,
straightened out.
table number 7.
Okay, number 8, I make a motion to approve a resolution to approve payments in the amount of $117,691.99.
second,
I have a motion to second voting.
Jennifer,
Yes.
George,
Yes.
Don,
yes,
Okay, and I make a resolution to adjourn.
second,
I have a motion to second voting.
Jennifer,
Yes.
George,
Yes.
Don.
Yes.
yes.
Yes. Thank you, Don.
Okay.
Thank you, guys.
Jennifer, will you email me that then?
Yep.
Yeah,
let's
she'll do-
let's
she's gonna-
right now.
She's gonna do it right now. You have to do it right quick.
Okay.
All right,
Thanks.
Thank you,
everyone.
guys.
Yep.
Bye.